kid. I definitely have shot myself once as a little kid.
Okay.
But it's like I don't remember.
Okay, can I tell you what I'm thinking in terms of poo at the top of my mind?
Yeah, tell me.
I like when I get excited, I have to poo a little. So as soon as I started like getting everything set up, I had a little like, oh, do I have to go poo?
No way.
Yeah.
Well, you get nervous poops a lot.
I get nervous poops all the time. And then also
Yeah.
I missed my second shit this morning because I came to the event today.
Yeah.
So I took my normal
Yeah.
and then I took my normal poo, and then I just got really excited because we were going to like push an airplane or pull in it, which we didn't do, but we were just going to an event. And yeah, I totally missed my second morning poo. And then when I was there, I had to go a bit, but there was porta potties, so I was like, I'm not going there. And then I went when we were like at the restaurant by the beach.
You pooed there?
Yeah, did I not tell you that?
No.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad I don't keep you constantly updated on my shits.
Dude, I did shit at your cottage though, you remember? Outside?
Yeah, in the forest.
Yeah,
okay, that's a good story.
Yeah, I don't know, that didn't come out.
Okay, just, you want to give a little brief of what happened?
So I was canoeing, trying to fish.
And like I was at the cottage.
Yeah,
Josh
I was
by
kayaking
himself.
by myself to these separate islands.
Yeah.
And trying to fish. And the first island I went to, I really had to shit. And I didn't want to kayak all the way back.
You were excited to catch a fish?
100%, yeah.
Okay, so you get excited poos too.
I did, yeah, because it was exciting. You know how much I love fishing. It's
yeah.
like,
yeah.
It's like, it was open waters, and I was like, so I actually really thought I was going to catch a fish.
Yeah.
And I definitely just got nervous as fuck, had to shit, and it was coming out. And then I was like, fuck it, let me just do it. Drop a deuce on this island. And I did, and it was fat.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what did you do in terms of toilet paper?
I went into the lake, into the river. The lake.
Washed your bum?
I washed my bum. But I've done that in India, bro.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I guess that is a poop story.
Yeah.
In India.
Yes, it's a poop story that also isn't very normal here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go.
Because I remember telling Tommy about it, and I was like, dude, I haven't done that since India. And it's pretty crazy. Cause in India, it's not that crazy. You know, my dad, if you ask my dad, he used to do that all the time when he was a kid.
Shit in the forest?
Just fucking shit in the forest and go to the river.
Yeah.
And wash his ass.
I've been dying to talk on the podcast about your opinion about this specific thing about washing your butt after you poo rather than using toilet paper.
Yeah.
Because I just love how you explain it, and I agree with you so much. Can you explain a little bit of your like philosophy around it?
Basically, like, if you had shit on your hand or your arm, if you had a piece of shit smeared on your forearm, you wouldn't just wipe it off with toilet paper
and be like, oh, it's clean.
It doesn't matter how many times you wipe it, 18 times, and it's only a little bit left. It's like, no, bro. Wash the shit out of it.
Because when you wipe your bum and you see the poo, and then you're like, okay, I need to wipe again, and then you wipe again.
Bro, like, my whole family in India would think we're fucking crazy if we talk about toilet paper.
Yeah.
Because in India, every house has a little pipe that you, like, just stick up into your ass.
Yeah.
Or, like, right there, and you just fucking give her. And then
okay, so where are you in relation to the toilet when this happens? Do you, like, leave the...
No, you're on the toilet still.
You're on the toilet, okay.
It's like, instead of... You know how you reach for toilet paper and you wipe your ass? Instead, you reach for a pipe and you just wash your ass like this. And then the other hand is, like, actually washing your ass.
Yeah.
And this hand is just giving water pressure to your
asshole. But
asshole.
your sister has been like, that's gross. Why would you touch your butt with your hand when it has poop on it? But it's like, that's when you wash your hands after.
Yes, exactly.
And I feel like your ass gets so much more clean then.
Bro, when you're taking a shower, you clean your ass, no?
Yeah, you touch your butt.
It's the same thing.
That's how you find out if you have dingleberries. You're not going to ever know if you have dingleberries unless you touch your butt.
When I do those type of cleaning my asses, bro, I feel so clean, you know?
Yes, and you walk out and you're like, I'm fresh, I'm good, I'm ready to go. Sometimes also if you have a bad day and your poos are off, I will go have a quick bird bath, I call it, and just splash around, add some soap to my butt crack and make sure I'm all good, because I'm like, if I wipe with toilet paper, I'm not clean.
Okay, but do you always do dry toilet paper?
Always. And you don't.
Any chance I get, like, unless I'm outside somewhere and I'm taking a shit in a washroom, in a public washroom, and they don't have that opportunity.
To wet your toilet paper?
Yeah. Because at Brock, you remember, my toilet was here, my sink was right here. So I could reach over, wet the toilet paper, and then wipe my ass. And it felt so much better.
But, like, for me, I have a weird texture thing about, like, wet Kleenex or, like, wet toilet paper. It grosses me out. Not because it's gross itself, but because the texture makes me go, like... Ugh. But also, doesn't it, like, ball and come apart when it gets wet?
A little, yeah.
Okay, that grosses me out. Because I feel like the bally parts of the toilet paper are going to be left in your butt.
So you rather leave some shit on your ass. And just keep it not, just guess if it's clean.
Just hope for the best.
Yeah.
Why do you think people get skid marks?
Yeah.
We're coming up with a solution. That's why I said in a recent episode.
Skid marks? What do you mean? Like on your...
On your underwear. Have you heard the term skid marks?
Never heard the term skid marks.
Skid marks? Like, I remember the first time I ever heard this term, and I was like probably in grade 7, and I was with a friend who's 2 years older, and I don't know why. I think we were talking about thongs or something, and then she made a comment about skid marks, and her dad was like, oh, and because her dad was there, and I was like, what the fuck are skid marks? And I had to like put it together in my brain, like thong, butt crack, what's on your butt crack, poo. And so skid marks is basically when you have a poo stain on your underwear. Yeah. Which happens so often here, I think, here as in North America, because, okay, but that's why bidets are so cool. I think bidets are like a luxurious version of that. But
yeah, remember recently, like, you guys were ripping on me because I didn't know I wipe. Fuck, what'd you guys say that you guys ripped on me for the way I wipe my ass or something?
Yes, because you wipe it top down. You start at the top and you work your way down. Yeah. And especially as a woman, you never do that. You want to keep the poo real clear of the vag hole. And we were all ripping on you because we were like, why would you wipe it that way?
Top down.
Gets all on your balls.
Yeah. But then I had to tell you guys, like, yo, I didn't fucking have parents who were teaching me how to wipe my ass.
Yes, because you weren't using toilet paper. They were teaching you how to clean,
fucking
not wipe.
Fucking wash that shit.
Yeah.
Like when you were I remember my dad, when I was a little kid and I didn't know how to, like, do anything. Yeah. He would take a little bucket of water and wash my ass for me.
That's normal. Like, my mom, my parents would obviously wipe my butt. But, like, I remember distinctly my mom teaching me how to wipe my butt, which is, like, this is mind-blowing that...
But they would wipe it for you, like, when you were a little kid?
I don't remember them wiping it for me distinctly. I'm sure they did when I was really young, but I remember when I was, like, learning probably to poo in a toilet and not in a diaper, it was, like, always wipe your butt from the bottom up to the top. And I didn't realize at the time, but it's especially because I have a vagina and you can get it infected that way.
Yeah, I don't get the logic, bro. Like, it works either way. I don't know.
For you?
I guess. I've been doing it up, down ever since I moved to Canada, and I'm fine.
But, like, don't you get shit on your balls?
No.
No?
I don't think so. Maybe.
I don't know how close they are in proximity.
Maybe
I don't really
still
need to know.
To this day just have shit on my balls. All the time.
Shit balls.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Well, that was a great poo segment.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing a little TMI about your life.
Yeah, bro. I like it.
Okay, good.
I like it, bro. People that don't want to talk about their shit stories... I don't fuck with that.
I love you. I agree.
Serious. You know, that's your philosophy too, and you're too scared to say it out loud.
I'm a little scared because I'm going through the transition right now of, like, bringing guests on to talk about poo. Yeah. And I feel really awkward because I'm trying to have pre-podcast chats where I'm like, so I'm doing this thing where I talk about poo. And it's like, so you cannot naturally segue that.
I know.
You cannot naturally segue. I talk about shit on my podcast at the beginning of every episode. Will you contribute? Yeah. And it's so hard, and people get really like one person was really down, one person got pretty uncomfortable. I'm curious to see how they play out. Yeah. Because I'm just gonna let things flow as they will. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they could always be chill people, but man, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
I know there's nothing to be ashamed of.
When you were a kid, I shot myself. Like, that's fine, bro.
Dude, I literally have to kind of poo right now. I'm getting so excited.
Yeah, well, you shit yourself when you're 21. That's
my brother shit himself when he was 20, so it's not just me. A lot of people do. I haven't shit myself at 21, have I?
No. Yeah, you have. When you have this flu sickness.
Oh my God.
The stomach flu.
Okay, that is an exception.
Yeah, that's
I totally shit my pants while I was throwing up.
I've also seen videos of people like pranking their friends of putting laxatives in their drink, like way too much.
That's so mean.
And they just sit in their chair, and then it just starts happening right away.
That's so mean.
Fucked.
They start shitting in the chair?
Basically, you can't stop it. It's like they're running to the toilet, but they're shitting themselves. And they're like 25 years old.
Oh my God. I have a story that reminded me of. Yeah. I had a friend in first year who told the story about how he was hanging out with his older brother and his brother's friends. Yeah. And they slipped him a Viagra.
No way.
And he didn't know.
Yeah.
And so, like, suddenly he's like hanging out with these guys. Yeah. And he gets super hard. And he's like kind of like pulling on his pants. And he's like really uncomfortable. And he's like not vocalizing anything. Yeah. And one of the guys goes, "You good, bro?" Yeah. And he's like, "No, I'm really fucking hard and I don't know why." And they were like, all start laughing. And he's like, "What the fuck?" Yeah. And they're like, "Bro, we slipped you a Viagra." And he's like, "What the fuck?" And he said it wouldn't go away for hours.
Oh my god. But yeah, bro, that's fucked.
Anyway, isn't that mean?
Someone slipped me a Viagra. I'm just hard around my boys.
I know, that's the thing. You're hard around your boys, and they're all like, "Why are you hard, bro?"
Yeah. But then if you jerk it off, like, it doesn't go away still?
I think he tried, and it didn't.
Fucked, bro.
Anyway, so yeah, he said he was high for like 6 hours. Or high. He was hard for like 6 hours.
I'm high, bro.
Hi, my dick's hard.
That's funny.
I know.
Yo.
I know. It's so wild. Oh my god. Okay, well, the topic of today, my glasses are really pissing me off. Just give me one sec.
Bro, it is a good segue if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like, what, you were trying to talk about these Selling Sunset bitches, no?
Yeah, I'm trying to talk about reality TV
I don't
today.
think those chicks would ever I mean, it is an assumption.
I agree.
Like, if you ask those chicks to tell me a poo story, bro, holy, I don't think
know.
they would.
Okay, this is the weird thing about reality TV as well. It's like, we're gonna show you behind the scenes on our life and behind the curtain, but you never see them eat. You never see them shit. You never see them shit, but you never see.
I need to see them shit.
No, I just mean you never see them take a bathroom break.
Yeah.
Like, you never see them be like, I guess it would get boring if you always saw them taking pisses and shit.
If you're just like always on camera and you know you're gonna be on Netflix,
Yeah.
one of the top shows on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like these chicks are always like, oh
la la la, got the tits up and their heels on.
You gotta look perfect every
all the
single second of the
time,
day.
and it's not reality.
I
but
know.
I know that's not the point of reality TV. But like, it's so weird.
Unless I'm wrong and they're just like that. Like, I don't know.
Like what?
Like, that's who they really are.
I think it would get really tiring if that's who you really are. It depends on the reality show we're talking about. It does.
Aren't they filming every day, basically?
I think that reality TV works, which we're complete fucking amateurs, by the way, having this conversation. We're just two average human beings who know nothing about production of reality TV.
Yeah.
But so we're making speculations, but I think it's fun. I think that they tell them all the days they're filming, and they film for like certain weeks on end. And I would like to think you always know when you're going to be filmed, though. And you like, this is why I think in Selling Sunset, they fake some of the brokers opens, because they're like, we're gonna have a brokers open and have all these brokers and these people interested in this house come see it, but everything they film in the brokers open is fucking whack. They're all wearing things that are like you would wear to the club. They're wearing things that you would never wear to someone you'd want to impress professionally. And then they always have drama, and they're taking shots and they're drinking, and like, listen, I've never been to Los Angeles, maybe this is a Los Angeles thing, but at the end of the day, it's so unprofessional, and it's the focus is so not on the houses they're selling during the brokers opens. So I'm like, they must be like, we're filming this week, so we have to have everyone together for content, and we need to have drama be stirred up. Let's fake a brokers open and have a few random people show up to the brokers open who we say are brokers, or who we say are buyers, or who we say are sellers.
Yeah.
I think some of the actual showings are real with some of the clients. I think that stuff is real.
Yeah.
But I think the brokers opens aren't. I think they're just like, let's bring everyone together so we can stir the pot and have something interesting happen in the show.
Yeah.
And then if you think about it, Josh, they talk about the brokers open for like every conversation for the next 3 episodes. They're like, do you remember at Chelsea's brokers open when Chriselle said to fucking what's her face, and then they had this whole fight and she called her a bitch, and they continuously have conversations
exactly what it sounds
about
like.
the
You
brokers
peaked right
opens.
there.
I know I did. I heard it.
You're peaking,
It's
bro.
fine. I'm getting excited.
No.
But they continuously have conversations at these brokers open about the brokers opens, and like, there's no way. Okay, I need to turn my thing down. There's no way that they would actually be like this at a professional event.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my 2 cents.
There's no way they'd actually be like that.
And
wonder
wearing
if they
dresses
get an
that you'd wear to the
incentive.
club.
Like, they get paid more by the show producers if they stir up more drama.
Bro, apparently that's a
Ooh.
thing.
You think so?
Yes. So on earlier seasons of Selling Sunset, they had this girl, Kristen.
Yeah.
No, not Kristen. Sorry, Christine. I was thinking about Vanderpump Rules for a second because I also want to talk about Vanderpump Rules. I think Vanderpump and Selling Sunset are different in this sense. I still think Vanderpump purposely has events that it's like everyone's getting together, stir the pot, because all these people who aren't friends and don't want to talk but are all on the show have to all get together and go to like Tom Tom's opening or something, which is a bar that both the Toms started or whatever with Lisa. But I think, I don't know where I was going. I forget. What were we talking about?
You're saying how Tom or Vanderpump is like
You
probably more
asked
realistic?
a question. Oh, about people getting paid more who are villains.
Yeah.
Christine went on Call Her Daddy. Christine's from Selling Sunset, and said, like, I'm playing the villain role on purpose. I get paid more. And I don't know if she said it in those terms. Probably not. But I think, like, the more tea you spill, it's like the more airtime you get.
Yeah, and you're also bringing in more like ratings to the show.
Yeah, because you're causing more drama.
More people are watching it because of you.
But I think that's completely different in terms of Vanderpump Rules right now.
Yeah.
Maybe it has been real in some ways, but Tom Sandoval cheating was never meant. Yeah. I don't think. There could be conspiracy theories out there, but I don't think it was ever meant to like boost the ratings of the show and make Tom and Raquel more money, or Ariana, but because of what was actually happening in real life behind the scenes coming out live on the show. What?
No, this is funny.
I like this.
I know.
I have so many theories. I have so many theories.
You're just going off, bro.
I know.
You know so much about this.
This is why I wanted to do it with you, because I wanted to talk to someone. I didn't want to just sit to a camera. I think I'd feel really weird if I just sat to a camera alone for like an hour talking about all this stuff.
Bro, but it's just funny, like me being the boyfriend, I still know exactly what you're talking about.
I know, because you watched some of it. You watched some of it with me. I force you to get informed. But like, no, like the Tom and Ariana stuff, that was never meant to like make them more money. I think their personal life just got exposed to the thousands on TV. And when I went back and I watched episodes before the finale where you found out about the scandal, it made everything. I get why it's blowing up as much as it was, because Tom and Raquel are the two people who cheated on the 9-year relationship with Ariana. Tom and Ariana's relationship, Tom Sandoval, and like, it was nasty, the shit they were doing. Like how just like much of a front they were putting on and acting like they were all besties in this group. And little did Ariana know her 9-year relationship boyfriend was cheating on her with her best friend that Ariana kept standing up for.
Yeah.
It was just wild. And I'm like, there's no way that, like, I don't know, they staged that whole thing. And I think that's why it blew up as big as it was, because it was actually so, I can't think of the word, like mischievous, I want to say, or just like.
But I've never heard about that show since that happened. Or is that the right word?
What do you mean?
I've never heard about this Vanderpump shit till that stuff happened.
And it's because this one scandal just took off and blew up, and everybody's freaking out about it.
And now that guy's on so many podcasts and shit talking about his story.
It is boosting his ratings and his money and his net worth and all that shit. But I don't know. I'm curious to see. Can we talk about cancel culture for a second? Mm-hmm. I'm curious to see if the cancel culturers actually change how his business runs, because he owns bars. So if people really believed he's a horrible person and I should never give him money, that means the amount of revenue he makes in his bar should go down. I think it'll go up. I think people like to talk about cancel culture and say we're never going to support him financially. But I think at the end of the day, people who visit LA are probably going to be like, oh my God, I know so much about Tom Sandoval. I need to go see if he's at his bar and see him in the flesh. And they're going to go buy money to be in his restaurant.
Bro, these bars are like a tourist attraction now. It's like,
yes.
I mean, like, you know, DaBaby, the rapper? Mm-hmm. Apparently he got canceled and his shit is going downhill.
Okay.
No one's like wants to work with them. A lot of people. Yeah. I mean, he's still rich.
Yeah.
But is he making more money? Is he selling out shows? I don't know. Bro. I don't know the answer.
And that's the hard thing though, is that like, I don't know. We were talking before about the financial piece of this, and it's just like, there's just so much money flowing through all of these people's lives and all of these all of these like reality TV shows. It's just like money on top of money on top of money that it makes. I think it just shows how it affects people. Yeah. It makes people not do things that I think they would do if they were just like making,
Yeah, I think it's a fame that does it though the most. Because they're famous, bro, and then
there's so many eyes on you.
Yeah, right now it's a weird time to be famous. I think.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, everybody just wants to be famous. Like if they had that money, and they weren't on Netflix, they were just fucking. Would they still be the people they are? And it's that transparent that because they started shooting the Netflix series, like they just happen to be shooting that series, and then they're just literally like it's like a National Geographic channel, and they're shooting the wildlife. They just happen to be cameras, and they're shooting them in their natural habitat.
Okay.
But like if they're just making that money and there's no cameras around, would they be nicer to each other? Would they just be nice people?
I think things would be different. I actually agree. And you know why I think that? Yeah. It's because it's fucked the way I'm kind of seeing into it. But on Selling Sunset, there's a lot of billionaires that they sell homes to. So you get these like little snippets into a billionaire's life by their like 3-minute segment when, like, for example, Brie in the last season we were just watching showed a home to a billionaire, and then the billionaire was like, actually, I can't remember everyone's names when we do this, but what's her name? The blonde one.
Chriselle, Rochelle, Lisa, Lala, Vava,
Whoa!
Mona.
You're actually saying real. Okay, some of those are actually real reality TV stars. But anyway, Emma, basically, like, Brie had a billionaire on, and then he's like, oh, a girl in your office like said they could show me things and cause listing. He caused a tiff, and it was Emma. And what you see, though, is you see this little behind the scenes of, like, there's a billionaire buying a huge home, but he's not, like, famous. Like, the billionaire I saw on the show, like, I didn't know who he was. So I'm just like, okay, interesting. There are so many billionaires in this world that aren't actually under a microscope. And I think there's certain things that they would have in common with people who are actually famous, but I think it would be very different because, like, I feel like they would struggle with their personal relationships, and they would struggle, like, to have people who are genuine and don't just want you for your money. But I think their character would be different because they're not under a microscope.
Yeah.
In the same way, in the same light.
It's true. Because I think fame gives you, like, this, like, the whole cast of Selling Sunset, for example. I bet their fans are like, oh my God, she looks so good. Oh, that tight body. Oh, the dress she's wearing.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Those boobs look so good. And
yes,
it's like,
and they're fake.
That's what you're being praised for, because, like, your looks, it's not just your money. If you're just a billionaire, it's like,
right.
And nobody knows about you. Even
and you're
if
like
they do
an
know
old
about
man,
you. Yeah,
usually.
like,
old white man.
Yeah, it's like.
It's not about how you look.
Yeah.
It's about your status. Yes, it's about your dollar value. Yes, but it's not about how you look.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I just, like, you watch these shows and it's like they're fucking crying, bro. Like, she got called a crackhead and now she's crying on the fucking show. It's like, because it's like they feel like they have to be the standard at all times. It's just,
it's their reputation. It's what people think of them. It's how they look.
I can never have an off day in my outfit. I can never have an off day. You know,
it's a lot of pressure. I watch these shows and I'm like, their blood pressure must be so high. They must not actually be able to be. This is the sad thing, is they look skinny and fit and whatever, muscular or just simply skinny. And so you think they're healthy or whatever. But I am like, one, being that skinny, how are you healthy? Like, I just think I would have to change so much about what I do and eat and my whole lifestyle and work out if I were to look like that. I would have to change everything, and I don't think that would be healthy for me physically. And everyone's body's different. Everybody's, weight, regular place is different. But I'm like, I look at them and I'm just like, you must be so stressed. And then it's like, woe is me. Who cares? These people are rich. Who cares about their stress levels? But it's like, if you're fighting with people constantly on camera and you look that thin, it's like people lose weight when they're stressed.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did that make sense?
It makes sense. I think I know what you're saying. But I just want to say, like, these people, they also came, like, a lot of them, you didn't know them before they were famous, right? And if they definitely probably didn't have money before they got all this money. So it's like they worked their asses off. So that's their defense. It's like, you can't, like, if all we're saying this shit about them, it's like, well, they worked their asses off to get there.
Yeah.
But I do think they lose their fucking minds when they're out there, you know?
Yeah.
Like that one chick on, what was her? Chriselle or some shit?
Chriselle and
Nicole fighting over
each other?
The one calling her a crackhead?
Yes. And
like,
on drugs.
She's smoking weed and mushrooms. And I'm like, dude, if you did some weed and mushrooms, you'd probably be so much more humble and just fucking chill.
Have a spiritual awakening.
Yeah.
I think it's really detrimental to the people watching and the things we internalize and play out in our life.
Exactly. How do you fucking blame... Like, bro, there's obviously a mental health crisis in this day and age.
Yes.
Right? And people want to address that, and they try to address that, but it's like no one addresses this shit. Where it's like, dude, this is on Netflix. These are the top shows of Netflix. The billions of people are watching this shit. You think they're going home and they're feeling good about themselves when these bitches are just all in their high horses, just dressed up every single day, trying to compete.
Caked on makeup,
every
fake
single
boobs,
day. They wake up for breakfast and they're all caked the fuck up.
Yeah, and it's for TV.
Yeah.
And that's why I try and, like, not that I'm famous like they are, but I try not to look perfect every time I record and fucking try and give this image that I'm amazing. Give this image that I'm like this perfect human being, because it's like, I watch these shows, and do you remember I was watching not Perfect Match, Yeah, Perfect Match, I think it was called. I wrote it down. Let me just...
Love is Blind.
Yeah, Love is Blind. Okay, yeah, you hate Love is Blind. We need to talk about Love is Blind. But first, before we talk about Love is Blind, yes, it's called Perfect Match. So a bunch of people come on this show, and they're from all these other reality shows. So like Too Hot to Handle, Love is Blind. They all come to this one house. I forget where it was, somewhere tropical. And they need to find their perfect match. And they need to couple up at the end of every day. At the end of every day, you need to go home with someone, and if you don't, you get kicked out. And then they keep throwing new people in. So there's 2 girls, and so 2 guys have to leave, and then there's 2 guys, and then 2 other girls have to leave. And I was watching this, and you're just seeing these women in like bathing suits, and they're so thin, and their butt is perfect, and their boobs are perfect, and their face looks perfect with their makeup. And I was like, this makes me feel like shit. I actually started to like sit and and at first I was like, this show was so interesting, and then it just got trashy, and it just got like pointless, and there was pointless drama. And it's like, one, I started to feel bad about my body. I started to feel like, why don't I look like that? I never ever looked like that in a bathing suit. I have rolls on my back. I have cellulite. I have stretch marks on both of my hips from growing, literally just growing into a full grown woman. I have stretch marks, and I look at this and I'm like, I don't look like that. And I start to internalize it, which is one, fucked up. And I feel very grateful I have a pretty secure relationship with my body. So I'm like, Jess, this is fucked up. Stop watching this. And then on top of this, you see all this drama and all this fighting and all this toxicity in relationships. And so when you finish watching, you get a little crazy. You get a little wild in your brain, and you're like, let's go stir some drama up. I know I look crazy, and you're like, oh my God. But like, you like, think about what we just watched on Selling Sunset, or fucking the Vanderpump reunion that we were watching, and all the yelling that was happening, and you couldn't hear anything anyone was saying. You get so, your blood pressure just goes up, and you get so riled up, and your adrenaline gets going, and you say crazy shit, and it makes you, I think it just normalizes gossiping and talking about things behind people's backs, and never being honest, and not confronting people when you have a problem with them, and never coming from a loving, caring place. It facilitates this whole like, let's just talk shit just to talk shit because it's just fun. But it's like, that's so fucked up. It's lowering your energy, it's lowering other people's energy. I think it just portrays this idea of like, always have drama in your life. Instead of confronting your issues, just talk shit and just get all wild about it, and like, you need to look this certain way, and that all of that is harmful to our mental health.
I just wonder if there's a survey out there that asks, like, I mean, I guess these shows are intended for girls, right?
Yeah, for
like
sure.
Majority's girls.
So that's what I wanted to say, is because I feel like people say sports are like the way men all bond, and then a lot of people say like reality TV is sports for women because you get to go hang out with your friends, and like me and your sister could go off about Love is Blind and the characters and all that stuff. So that's what people say, and they say it as if it's a good thing that bonds us.
But I feel like sports is actually healthy though.
Go on.
Huh? Don't you think?
Go on. Tell me why.
I think sports, you learn a lot of good character from sports. Anyone that's been on a sports team since a young age or anything, you learn a lot of discipline. Like, there's nothing bad that sports teaches you.
Okay, I disagree with that.
What?
That there's nothing bad that sports teaches you?
What does it teach you that's bad?
I think things that you're probably not thinking about that are away from the actual game.
Like what?
Like locker room talk and like like the aggressiveness of it. But I don't know if I completely think the aggression is bad, because especially the way Tommy talks about it in terms of hockey, he's like, I don't play hockey anymore, and I was so used to like slamming guys into the fucking thing. How do I get this aggression out? And when you go to our primal instincts, I do think it's healthy. It's primal.
You gotta be able to get it out, bro.
Yeah,
I think it's
that's
true.
why so many people say, you included, when girls have drama, I wish you guys would just physically fight it out.
Yeah,
and they don't. And I agree with that in some senses. Women aren't like that, and I don't want to punch anybody, and I don't want to get into a physical altercation, but it completes the stress cycle. And the stress cycle is, fight or flight mode or freeze. Yeah. And what do animals do? They go run and they chase the target, or they go do something that physically exerts it out. And when men physically fight, in some ways, it depends on the circumstance, but in some way you get the aggression out of your body.
Like every fucking greatest athlete that you can think of, if you just hear them talk about why they love the sport so much that they pursued their ass off to go do it as their career, it's because that's all they wanted to do. And anytime they were stressed or anything, they just wanted to get something off their chest, they just went and worked out, or they went and, you know, grinded on that craft. But how, like, and then watching that on TV and someone saying that and just watching them perform in like the NBA finals and them going off, it's like, you know, it's years of hard work that went into this. That's inspiring as fuck for any dude, you know? Even for girls, that's inspiring. There's girls that watch a bunch of sports.
There's girls who also do sports.
Exactly. That's true. Okay. There is the WNBA as well.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck.
Shut up.
Continue though.
Whatever. My point was that, like, what is that's not Selling Sunset? What the fuck?
No. And that's not Selling Sunset's one thing, because it's like we're seeing homes in LA that are crazy and just talk about the richness, but like Vanderpump Rules and like Too Hot to Handle and Perfect Match and Love is Blind, like there's points to all of them. There's purposes. There's like a vision of like, let's meet the love of your life.
Because the shows isn't anymore about the actual craft of selling houses. It just becomes the drama. You know,
yes,
sports,
that's the
no
focus.
matter how much money they're making, they're still going to go play the fucking game and you're going to watch the game. That's what you're there for.
Yeah.
But Selling Sunset, they're making now the commission's like $600,000 for a house. And now the whole show is, we made the sale. Now let's talk about drama. And now you're just watching the drama. You're not even watching them sell the house.
Yeah.
So it's like, they did put a lot of work in. These chicks put a lot of work in to become that status. But once they reach that status, it's like, I'm going to sell this house and then talk shit about my friends.
Yeah, who also do the same thing I do, which I think is also sad and fucked up, because if anyone understands the pressures and the stresses of your career, it's your peers who you work with in the as Selling Sunset in the Oppenheim group. And and like you're dissing the people that probably understand you the most. You know. Yeah,
it's true. But unless they like behind the scenes, it's like all this drama shit is fake, and behind the scenes they're actually a chill ass couple of girls.
But then Chriselle posts on her Instagram story apparently like dissing Nicole. So it's real, some of it. And then, Kate, can we please go on Vanderpump Rules for a second?
Can I have some water?
Please go ahead.
Thank you.
I know I didn't like give you water like it's a proper, because I usually give my guests water, so we can just share water. We share saliva.
Vanderpump.
Okay, so
Vanderhump. What? Vanderdump. Vanderlump.
Vanderslump.
Vanderchumps.
Vanderchumps. We're not haters, I swear. Because listen,
we sound like haters.
But we literally I feel like my camera is so white. Why is it so white?
It's trying to balance a brown guy and a white chick.
I know, and it literally can't. Yeah. I feel for it. I feel like, so bad for it.
Should I brain it or should I dim it? The camera's tripping balls.
The camera's literally tripping balls. Should I brain it? Should I not? What do I do? At the end of the day, when I watch reality TV, sometimes I'm just like, what am I doing to my brain?
Yeah.
Why am I here?
Yeah.
What is the meaning of life? Is this really what's going to bring me joy? No. Yeah. And then the like crazy, like you've heard me on this episode, the crazy rants I can go on about how much I know about this. It's like, I know this much about people's lives that I don't even fucking know.
Yeah.
And it's not bettering my life. That's the thing. It's not bettering my life.
Yeah.
If you listen to Human and you walk away and you're like, whoa, I learned something I'm going to try and implement that's going to help me be a better person, or help me feel more aligned with myself, or help me listen to my body, or help me set boundaries. Fucking amazing. Please care about my life. I hope you enjoy my shit stories. But it's like, I walk away from Love is Blind and I'm just like, this is so stupid.
But then they always add these cheesy stories in there, like about their past and who they are. And it's like, oh, I had such a hard past, and now I'm here on Love is Blind looking for actual love.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I never deserved real love. What the fuck, dog? They do that on Survivor too, though. You can't lie.
Yeah, it gives people a history and a way you can connect with them more, and it like people like seeing people who've gone through adversity.
It's like kind of manipulating you though. Like they know this show's bullshit, but because they know it's bullshit, they got to do something. But
the hosts act like it's not. The hosts act like they care so much, but actually, I was gonna say
the host, everybody.
Vanessa Lachey, Nick Lachey, and I don't know what that wife's name is. I think it's Vanessa. No, it's not Vanessa. Anyway, Mrs. Lachey, she was very less absent on the last recent season of Love is Blind, and I feel like it's because it's becoming so bad that she's just like, why am I doing this? And Ultimatum, the same hosts, they made Perfect Match and they made Ultimatum, and Ultimatum is literally, Josh, couples show up And one of the people in the couple has given the other person an ultimatum saying, marry me or we're going to break up. That's the ultimatum they've all these couples have gotten.
Mm-hmm.
And then they date other couples.
Yeah.
They mix them all up.
Yeah.
And then by the end, it's like, are you going to stay with your partner you came with, or are you going to find someone new? Isn't that fucked?
Break up. They tell their partner that they already had this partner before the show.
Yes, and they already had this conversation of like, let's say you really want to get married, and I really don't, and I don't want to get married right now, but you're like, okay, well, if you don't want to marry me right now, we're gonna break up, and that's an ultimatum.
Okay.
Like, an ultimatum is something couples do.
Okay.
It's like, if you're not gonna propose to me next month, I'm dumping you forever. Yeah. And I know someone who actually did that. Really? Dumped them. And she's actually grateful, and the whole situation was good. Like, she should have broken up with him, whatever. But it's
that makes sense. I get that.
I just think that's so extreme, though. It's like, if you need to give someone an ultimatum, I kind of feel like you should break up.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's either differing values, or they don't want to marry you for some reason. And if they don't want to marry you,
it's like if someone doesn't want kids, right? And the other part, he's like, dude, change your fucking mind, or I'm gonna break you, or I'm gonna break up.
Yeah.
And then what if they do change their mind?
And like, why would I want you to actually marry me if you didn't want to marry me and I just forced you into it?
Yeah.
That's weird.
All of it is weird, okay?
All of it is
and
truly
you know the
weird.
Background music that they always play in these fucking things?
Yeah.
Think
about how boring they would be without the music. Think about how boring this whole thing would be if the music wasn't there.
It's like watching fucking, like
Jurassic
Avengers,
Park.
like literally Marvel movie. Just fucking the way they walk out at the end of these scenes. It's like, are these guys not acting?
Sorry, I hid the water from you.
This is real people in real lives.
I know, it's fucking crazy. So what are we going to walk away from this episode feeling and thinking, Josh?
Bro, you're still going to watch the reality TVs. Are you?
Selectively.
Yeah.
Can I comment on what were we going to say?
Mm-hmm. I was going to say we should...
You have a hair of mine on you. That's totally a Jess hair.
Yeah, it's a Jess hair.
Okay.
Dude, but I think be selective, but like I think people, we need to like sit down and realize when we're sad or when we're like feel like we're going through it. Don't just blame life. Like be like, dude, what am I doing? Am I watching these shows? Like the fact if the answer is yes, then you got to sit down and really journal about this shit. Like how often do you watch it? You know, how do you feel when you watch it? And then boom, you're gonna see a correlation in how you feel, because there's no way you're gonna watch these shows and just la 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 la. You're feeling so good. Yeah. You know.
I walk away feeling more stressed whenever I walk away from the shows.
I guarantee.
Whenever I watch them. Yeah.
And they know that, man. Like bad press is the best press.
Mm-hmm.
Marketing people know that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all they want to make now. Every fucking show has a weird ass like sadness to it. And it's sad. If you really want to think about it, it's sad.
It is. It makes me sad.
Yeah, like you can call it stupid and all this, but it's just sad, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. And it's taking over the world. Like every fucking, even this isn't just a Western thing, I think. Like, cause there are shows in India too. Like my mom watches some stupid ass shows. There's this thing called Big Brother or something in India. Is that a
That's here. That's yes.
They have a Big Brother
here.
for India too.
Oh, do they?
And apparently that, I mean, I don't know what that's about, but my mom, everybody says it's stupid.
Well, I'm sure it's the India version of Big Brother Canada.
No, but I don't know what Big Brother is.
It's like, it's so funny when I tell people I watch Survivor, they're like, have you watched Big Brother? You'll like Big Brother. Oh. And I've never watched Big Brother. And I think it's like everyone's forced to live in a house and there's drama and you vote people out of the house or something. I could be completely wrong.
Like, I like if there's a game aspect to it. Like voting people out is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But like these shows that are just about people's lives and they're just fucking filthy rich. They don't give a single dollar to like just, bro, you don't need to be spending. I mean, I guess who would we just say that? We can't say that.
Yeah.
You can't say how to spend your vacations. Don't be spending $30,000. Like if you want, sure.
Yeah, go off. I guess everybody.
But they're spending $30,000 a night on vacation.
I know.
And I'm like, bro, if you give me $5,000, I can take that to my little village and build a bridge that connects the village to the city. You know, because right now they have this stupid, shitty ass bridge that gets flooded every year.
Yeah, and you can't go to school.
You can't go to school. Yeah. All the kids gotta wait. I mean, it's sick. Like every year they watch the bridge flood.
Yeah.
But the solution is just build a fucking bridge that doesn't, get fucked up every year.
But like it's like there's
But I mean, why would they care? And that's fucking, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much factors, and I just don't get it. Everyone's gonna have their own perspective on it. Me, when I see that, I get sad. Because like I can't see myself if I were to have $500,000 commission checks coming in. Dude, I don't need all that money to go fucking celebrate. At least I hope. I pray to God that like that's never gonna be me, and I don't think it ever will.
Yeah.
I think I'm grown enough to know like I know my values, and like I'm not gonna let money change the fact that I could help people. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
And that should be like I know you're about that too.
Yeah, I am.
Which is why I fuck with you.
Yeah,
I can never date one of those bitches.
It's so funny
because bougie bitches.
Yeah, that's how you call them. You always call because in high school we went to different high schools, but you always talk about like, oh, I just couldn't date these. I wasn't into these bougie bitches.
Yeah.
And like we talked about that when you came to the cottage too, because like I have a family cottage and like that's a huge fucking privilege. And like my parents bought it 12 years ago, and blah blah blah, and it's small. And my dad has worked on it every year and continued to build it on and upgrade it and whatever. But it's like, it sounds bougie when I'm like, yeah, I have a cottage, like that's expensive, whatever. But I just feel like you and I talked about this recently where we were like, you respect me and my family because we're not about showing off things. We love our Volvos. I mean, Volvos are like a nicer car, but they're not like a fucking Bugatti or whatever.
What color is your Bugatti?
But yeah, I don't know. I'm just not about that stuff. I hate shopping personally. I love getting new things, but like I don't know. I'm not about like the Prada shit. Cause I'm just like, why? Who cares?
I know.
It's like a status symbol and like, sure.
But man, it's just there's always an explanation to it, and I get it. Like, yeah, because these people are surrounded by that. Everybody that they have in their circle, is decked out.
And that's what we were talking about the Selling Sunset outfits. Is that like they're all trying to like one up each other with these like insane outfits?
I think so. Yeah,
it's like a fashion show.
And
it's like
say it though on the show. They're like, "I look the best." It's like what?
They actually do.
Yeah,
you're actually right.
And I've met girls here that like I can see them becoming like that. Like I've met a girl that called another girl like about her prom dress. She was like,
ooh.
She was like, this is kind of ugly. Did you see her prom dress? She looked a little broke.
Whoa. Yeah, bro. That's wild.
My boys know who I'm talking about. And I don't fuck with that shit.
Damn, that's wild.
Like, and that was a chick like, like me, high school, I was like, damn, this chick is kind of hot, you know?
Yeah.
But damn, instantly she said that, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Because it's, man, why are you... It wasn't cancel culture, but kind of like demeaning people that wanted to, including myself, bro. I got caught in that shit where I was like, you got to look a certain way, We had like every month, one day you're allowed to not wear a uniform.
It's called Civvies Day.
Civvies Day, yeah.
Yeah, I never went to schools with uniforms,
bro, I really do think like we were all judging people the way they looked
on Civvies Day.
Yeah,
yeah.
And me,
who's got the nice stuff? Who's wearing the name brand? Who has the nice shoes? Yeah.
There's one day you can rock out, and the one kid that like would just wear like fucking I don't know Walmart clothes, you would know it.
Ah, wow.
And I don't know, bro. I was a part of that. But it's like, who do you blame though? It's like me as a kid, I came from India. Yeah. And I felt like I had to fit in. I had to fucking, this is what's going on here, and I got to fit into that, so I probably became that as well.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to be the kid that people made fun of.
Yeah, it's a survival mechanism sometimes too. And I also want to comment on your like who to blame, and oftentimes there's not someone to blame. Mm-hmm. It's having the conversation and opening up communication about it, acknowledging where we all fucked up, and kind of just seeing like how can we fix how can we change. It's not about who to fucking blame. We're all to blame. It's like the reality TV, who's to blame? The people starring in it, producing it, editing it, or consuming it, or marketing it. It's like all of us collectively make this a thing. And it's not to say reality TV shouldn't exist anymore, but I think we should just take care of ourselves and learn to be better people and learn. And like, that's why I hate cancel culture, because you're giving no one room to learn and grow and become a better person. And that happens through conversations and asking questions and being honest and open and fucking up and being scared to fuck up and fucking up anyway, and someone politely and lovingly helping you find your way to what you really believe in, and a way to be respectful to everyone. Because I just think bottom line, we should all just, no matter how different our values may be, I think we need to just give each other respect and not be like, you're wrong, fuck you, you should die. Yeah. I knew when you and I started dating, like, it's funny because the first while I like didn't think that much about like you're brown, I'm white, whatever.
Yeah.
But I also remember saying to you a couple dates in, like, I know I'm ignorant. I know I hold privilege. I also don't know what I don't know.
Yeah.
So, like, these are conversations we're going to have.
Yeah.
And we weren't close then, obviously. So you're like, yeah, for sure. Whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, okay, anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
And it was like nothing. But
Yeah.
since between then and now, it's been like, you can't even count how many conversations we've had about these things.
I know. The longer we've been dating, we're like, damn, this is like stuff we got to talk about. Because families are getting involved. And you're like, holy, it's different.
Yeah. It's literally like my family, it's going to be the first person who's brought into the family who's not white, and for you, same thing, just the other way around.
You'll be the first whitey.
I'm first whitey. I'm first brownie.
Fuck, I had another point too.
Go.
Why do I keep losing them?
No,
this
okay.
is
it's because they're like intense conversations that we also never thought like we would talk so openly about like this on a recording. I feel like because it's just very like what you and I say behind closed doors and with friends.
Bro, this is a story thing. Like, so in grade 8, I really liked this one girl.
In grade 8 was when you just moved back.
Yeah,
to Canada, right?
Grade 8 was like fresh. It's like, holy fuck. I'm like, but this is the end of grade 8. So
okay.
I thought I was like all hip and, I was on sports teams and shit. And I was like, I thought people kind of fucked with me.
Okay.
And then I thought it was a good idea on the talent show to like sing All of Me
Yeah.
by John Legend.
Yeah.
And everybody knew I liked this girl, so they were all like, yo, he's singing it for this chick. And
oh
like,
my god,
bro, I got fucking ripped on. But me in India, like, that's such a like singing is such a common thing. That's awesome if you go sing on stage and fuck, man. But like, just being yourself, it's like I gotta hide that. And I remember all of high school after that happened, I was like, I'm not singing in front of anybody. I'm not being myself. I gotta be this, I remember hearing people like in high school saying, oh, like singing is gay, and I would be scared of that. I'd be scared of fucking being called gay, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
because it was in such a negative, like it's being used as a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all of high school, I never made music. I never told anybody that I fucking sing or anything. And then all of a sudden after high school, I was like, fuck this. I want to be myself.
Yeah.
And I started singing. Yeah. And then people were like, damn, bro, I didn't know you could sing. And I was like, bro, I just like singing.
Yeah.
But I was too scared. And it's like all this cancel culture shit, I just think it just sounds like people are hurt.
Yeah.
And why are you hurt? Because you're not able to express your true self.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I think some people are hurt because other people are hurt.
Yeah.
Like, I think when people try and say, like, I'm going to use the Tom Sandoval example again because it's just such a great, easy one, is like, fuck you, Tom. You hurt Ariana. Ariana's hurt. We're hurting for her.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like, totes. Like, we're all hurting. We hurt for other people. We're empathetic. But hurting someone else more isn't going to change what happened.
Yeah.
And I think people would definitely disagree with that and be like, especially the reunion, they're like fucking yelling at each other and being like, fuck you, Tom, you can't even give an opinion. Fuck you, you were cheating with your best friend for this song. And it's like, what?
They don't even let him talk.
They don't even let him talk.
Yeah.
And it's like fucked up that they all even had to be at the reunion and do that stuff. But I'm sure it's with their contract and all that and whatever. But it's just like hurt on top of hurt doesn't make things good.
Yeah.
It doesn't make healthy. It doesn't make things better. It doesn't make any less pain.
Yeah.
Wow, we're so wholesome.
Yeah, I know. I feel kind of wholesome.
I know. I feel really
But
wholesome.
it's sad.
Yeah.
Because I just look into all this stuff and I'm like, how do you not just see sadness,
Yeah.
It's like underlying, it's just fucking sad, bro.
Yeah.
It's not fuck all the hate shit. It's like whoever's involved in this situation is just sad, bro.
Mm-hmm.
There's something you're not talking about to someone that you really care about, or maybe you don't trust someone to say it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The fuck is cancel culture?
Because Tom Sandoval is like, but our relationship wasn't that great, but we didn't sleep in the same bed, but we didn't have any intimate problems. And it's like, okay, so clearly you're hurt in your relationship, and the way you dealt with it was by seeking intimacy somewhere else instead of confronting the lack of intimacy right now. And I think that's such a thing where it's like you're in pain and you're afraid you're going to lose your friends, you're going to lose your relationship, and so you just replace it before even moving on from it.
Okay, bro. His is like a crazy example. I don't know how to compare like what I'm trying to even say to his.
No,
shit.
don't compare it to his
I don't
shit.
know
You
how
don't
to,
have to.
yeah.
I just felt like
because that situation is so weird, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking weird.
It is fucking weird.
It's fucked.
It is fucked.
What, 7 months he was cheating on his girl that he was supposed to marry? Yo, and then all the chicks' friends are just going off on him.
I know.
But the way they're going off on him is just fucking hella weird, bro.
Mm-hmm.
In his face, not letting him speak. It's like, bro, just fuck. It's fucked. What he did is probably, yeah, it's fucked. Like, for the girl, like, if that's real, if everything's real that happened on that show, and she's been getting cheated on for 7 months, that's fucked.
That's so sad.
That is sad. But, man, and then they're fucking shooting episodes about it, and fucking behind... Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode. Yeah. It's that human to human connection.
Well, thanks so much for coming on, Josh. I don't know. I just want to say for a second, like, we've wanted to do an episode together on and off for, like, our entire fucking relationship.
Yeah.
And we've tried so many times.
Yeah.
Like, quite a few. At least 3 times. If not 4 or 5. And, like...
We always overthought it.
Yeah. And we were never fully ourselves. And I think it just shows that, like... I don't know. I feel like we're at a place in our lives, in our relationship, where we are ourselves. And I think our opinions are becoming more solidified. And that's what happens when you're in your 20s and you're learning in your relationship and your life and your self-worth is progressing as you just are. I feel like my opinion is about life are much more solidified than they were 2 years ago when we met.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. And we're going to continue to learn and grow. And I just think it's awesome to be able to, like, be super fucking honest about what we think of reality TV and what we think of our relationship and what we think of the world and, like, how you and I navigate the world and acknowledging where we fucked up. And I just, like, not to get cheesy, but I like doing life with you. I think you're pretty cool.
Aww.
I took a bite, so I can't keep talking after that.
Yeah, dude. I was gonna say, like, I think not being in school has a huge thing to do with it.
Me too.
I just feel like the fact that I don't have to go back to school, it's like, I know that, like, at the end of the day, it's always in the back of my mind, like, oh, when I go back to school in this class full of people, like, are they listening to me? Do they listen to my music?
Whoa, that's so true.
Are they gonna hear what I say? This, that? But
I had someone literally, when I was going into class, be like, I know your name. Your name is Jessica.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do you know my name's Jessica?
It does happen. People come up to you.
Yeah. That happened once. I don't really have people do that often, but
yeah.
We're not, like, that famous. I was like one person one time in one class, and it's because I said human in a WhatsApp group. Yeah,
when people tell me they know me from my music,
I'm like,
fuck.
Whoa.
That
it's
is
like, is it because of that sticker that I put on that vending machine that one
yeah,
time on campus?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bro, I handed them a business card, and they're like, damn. Mm-hmm. But yeah, bro. Plus, I don't know, man. It's like something about not being in school anymore. It's like I could finally live my life.
Yeah.
And if I want to live my life, I got to know who I am.
Yep.
And I got to believe who I am, you know?
For everyone who fucking says your life stops when you finish university, fuck them.
Yeah,
They're not true. And for all the people who literally say you're going to meet your best friends in university and everything goes downhill after that, fuck them.
Yeah.
We're literally living proof. Josh and I have just been dying for school to be over for the past 4 years.
Yeah.
And, like, we're happy we got degrees. We're lucky we had that experience. But, like, school and being in university isn't your whole life.
Yeah, man.
Life's pretty fun when you get to just be who you are and not be forced into a classroom to learn things that someone's yelling at you to learn. Anyway, thanks for coming on the show, Josh. Thanks for being a great boyfriend. Thanks for teaching me so much about life and helping me with my problems and putting up with me whenever I go through things, because you're really, really, really good at it, and I appreciate it. And would you like to shout out your social media accounts so people can follow you places?
Yeah. Josh.Roy.
__.
I'm Josh Roy on Spotify and Apple Music if you guys are looking for some new music. Josh Roy.
JOSHROY.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to say? Thanks for having me.
Sorry, thanks for having me. Hey, you want me to wrap it up?
Please.
Sorry,
I'm tired. Okay. I want to go to bed.
Thanks for having me. I think this was a good episode though, and I'll be down to come back again if you're down to have me.
Okay. I'll consider it.
Shit, I'm down.
I'll consider it.
More poop stories.
We'll see if the people want it. You're good at telling poop stories, so
really?
Yeah.
Was that good?
It was amazing. Like,
damn.
Dream guest to talk about shit with.
What?
Totes.
Damn.
Okay, well, I love you.
Okay, sick. I love you.
Make sure you follow Human to Human Pod on Instagram and TikTok. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend. If you like watch reality TV with a friend all the time, this might be a good way to continue your conversation about it and start to question your life choices. And love is out there. Love is not blind.
Yeah, love is not blind. Wait, is that what the show says? Love is not blind?
They say love is blind. They're always like, yes, 100% love.
Even
if
it works out, they say love is blind?
Yes. They're always, no, especially if it works out, they say love is blind. Even when they break up, they're like, love is 100% blind.
Oh, love is 100% blind.
Well, we date each other and we weren't blind when it started, so we can't really comment on that. But, cool.
Coolio.
Oh, my ears hurt so much. Do they look red?
Nope. Can't see him. You're here. No.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Bye, everyone.
What else you want to talk about?
Nope, we're done. Bye, everyone.
We can still go.
Bye.
Ew.
I'll keep it in.
Okay.
Okay, should I stop it?
Yes, bro. It's your podcast.